Alright, for this video, I'm going to show you how to do a quick page layout in Scribus. So go ahead and open it. This is just a one-page, real quick design. I'm just going to have a background, some text, and a little bit of other text. Alright, once you got your preferences set up, you can go New. And we're just going to go with a single page. And we're going to make sure that it's 8.5 by 11 high. And our margins aren't really going to matter at this time because we're not going to be printing it. We're going to be saving it as a PDF. So click OK. This is going to be our page. You can actually left click to magnify the image and right click to zoom out of the image. And as you can see, it's 8.5 by 11. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to the layers, and we're going to name this background image. Now we can add our background image. So we're going to use this button right here, the image frame. So you want to click on that. We want it to fill the background. So you get this box here. Once you have it on there, you can right click. You'll see this menu. And you can say Get Image. And here you can find your image. And we're going to choose this one right here. I have already set it up. Now when you use images in Scribus, what I found works pretty good is if you have the resolution at 150 dpi. If you don't do this, Scribus will give you error warnings when you try to save it as a PDF. And I always save them as PNGs. Seems to look pretty good when you zoom in on them. Anyways, we'll just open it. And there's our background image. We can zoom in. See, that's not quite to our background. There you go. Check on the bottom. You can also grab the corners and scale the image. But on the properties of the image, you go to the properties palette here. You can go to image. You can click the scale of the frame size and make sure the proportional is checked. Now you can go ahead and resize your image. Alright, there's the first part. Actually, we'll move it up a little bit more. That looks pretty good. Now if you want to see your margins again, you can simply right click on the image and uncheck the image visible. It's still there, but you just can't see it. So if you right click again, go image visible, it'll show it again. But since we're not using margins and that image looks pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and lock the layer. Just checking this. So that way you can't even select that image. So that one's locked. So now we'll add a little bit of text. So we'll make a new layer. We'll name this one text. Now we'll just add our own text from Scribus. We use the text frame tool. We'll just draw the box. Just double click. Once you're done, you can take the arrow tool again. This will deselect the box. And when you actually print to PDF, this dotted line will not show when you print. This is only to show you the boundaries of the box. But this text right here, you can double click in the box again, highlight your text, go over to the properties floating menu over here. You can go to the text tab, and from here you can choose different options on your text. We're going to actually resize that. And down here you can, is your alignment for the text inside the box. So we're going to center it. And down here is where you can change your colors. We're just going to keep it black for right now. Once you're done, choose your arrow tool. What you can do is drag the middle handles all the way in, all the way to the end of your page. That way it's centered on your page. You can even move the boundary of your box up a little bit. So there's that part. So what I'm going to do is just save it real quick, just so I don't have to open it again. Now what we're going to do is import some text. I have a file already. So what we're going to do is take your insert text frame, and you can put this on another layer if you want, which we'll do. So actually we'll name this is only a test, the title, and we'll lock that layer. We'll make a new layer, and we'll name it body text. We'll select that layer. You want to grab your text frame tool, you can make this box however big you want. You can change it a little bit later on. So now to put some text in here, you can either edit your story, but what we'll do is if you right click, you can say get text, which we will do right now. say get text. We gotta find our text. There's different types of text that you can import. You can go with a standard Word document. You can also use the Open Office. We're actually going to use RTF. And there's our text right there. And when you open something, a text that doesn't fit quite on the page, or there's more text that go beyond the actual dotted boundary of the box, as you can see, let me get these out of the way, there's an X at the bottom right corner that indicates that there's more text beyond this. So what you can do is you can move this down and see there's the other text. So you would have to put this on another page and then move these around so you get the rest of the text on another page. But we're actually going to leave it right there for now. And same with this, the properties. You can change the sizes, but you have to select it first. But we'll just keep it where it is, actually. Just for this test. We'll actually move this down a little bit. Then you want to grab your arrow tool. Anytime you want to move something, you have to grab your arrow tool. And we'll actually shrink this down to fit on our borders or on our margins. So what we have to do is unlock the background image and select the background image, go right click and hide it. So now we can see our borders. So simply drag your anchors to the margins and now we can turn background image back on, lock it, so there we go. That's what this is. So now we'll save it real quick. So remember, when you put images into your document, make sure they're at 150 dpi. And I always import PNGs. They seem to look pretty decent. So now once you have everything that you need together, you can go File, Save As. Oh, never mind. File, Export, and Save as PDF. See, if you don't take care of this box, I was talking about earlier that there's missing text, you'll get these kind of errors. You can just ignore this error. This is just a test. But you must fix this if you want it to print. We'll say ignore errors. Then you get this box. For PDFs, you don't really, for basic PDFs anyways, just you can leave all the settings at their default. And we'll save this. We'll save it as test. Hit save, and it'll go through the saving process. If you have a lot of images and text and a lot of pages, that will take a little while to do. And once it's done, that box will go away. Then you can go ahead and close out. Don't forget to save your work as you go in case you have to open and edit it again. Now there's our test. We'll open that up. And there we go. There's our page that we just made. And you can do multiple pages. One that I made with Scribus. As soon as I find it. It's actually right here. This is still a work in progress. But other things you can do with Scribus is you can make the text and images together. And you can also include links. So if somebody clicks on an image, it'll take them to that website. You can also link text to a website. You can also make links to a page in the document. So you can make an index, or you can make a table of contents and link to different pages in PDF. That'll be the next tutorial. That's it for this one.